Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall see how to perform multiplication of decimals. There is a procedure associated with multiplication of decimals, so let us briefly talk about the procedure and then we will implement this procedure to solve some simple problems. To multiply decimals, step number 1. To multiply decimals, we multiply the numbers as we perform multiplication of whole numbers. So the procedure is very simple. We perform the multiplication as if we perform multiplication of whole numbers. Then in step 2, we place the decimal point in the product by counting the number of decimal places in the numbers being multiplied. So this is the procedure. So let us see how we can implement this procedure to solve some simple problems. Let us take an example. We want to multiply these two numbers. The two numbers are 33.41 by 7.6. These are the numbers we want to perform the multiplication, and the way we want to perform it, or the way we want to solve this problem is following these different steps. We multiply the two numbers as we perform multiplication of whole numbers. So this time we need not have to place the decimal place one below the other. We can write it in any sequence we want. So the first number here is 33.41 and we're going to multiply this by 7.6. So therefore, as you can see, the decimal place need not have to be under the same decimal place. It can be the way I've written it here. So first things, what we want to observe here is this. In this first number, we have two decimal places. We have two decimal places. We'll recognize that. In the second one, we have one decimal place. And we know now when we multiply 7.6 by 33.41 and when we arrive at a solution, we're going to move 3 decimal places from the right. So let us first perform this multiplication and then we will talk about that. So we'll take the first number 6 and then multiply to every one of these numbers. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Then 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. 2 and 0. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. So we don't put a decimal place in here yet. We have a second number to go. We completed the multiplication with 6. Now we're going to multiply with 7. We'll do the same operation. This time, since 6 was in the ones place, so we put that in the ones place. Since 7 is in the tens place, so we're going to, when we multiply, we're going to put the product under 4. So 7 times 1 is 7. So that is the way we want to start to write the answer. Then 7 times 4 is 28. So we write the 8 and then carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23. Then 7 times 3 is 21. 22. 7 times 3 is 21. Then 7 times 3 is 21. 22, 23. So this value should be 23. Then now we are ready to add. Always when we finish multiplication, we add these numbers, and when we add these numbers, 6 will be, there is nothing more to add there, so it comes down as 6. Then 7 plus 4 is 11. Then 8 plus 1 is 9. Then 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, and then there is nothing there to add to the 2, therefore we write the 2 there. And then now this is what we have. In step 2, we're going to place we're going to now identify and then place the decimal points. Since there are 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3 decimal places, there are two decimal places in the first number, 33.41. There is one decimal place in the second number, therefore 2 plus 1 is 3. So therefore we want to move 3 decimal places from the right. We want to place the decimal place 3 places from the right. So I'll write here, move 3 decimal places from the right, from 6. So therefore 3 places would be 1, 2, 3. So we're going to place the decimal place right before the 9 or right after the 3. So it means exactly the same thing. So when we multiply these two numbers, the product, therefore the solution here is, I can write this one as, let me write it in black ink here. So this is step number 3. Therefore the product of 33.41 and 7.6 is 253.916. 253.916. This is our answer. This is how we perform multiplication of decimal numbers. In my next presentation, we shall look at some more examples related to multiplication of decimal numbers.